We talked a bit about P. Diddy last time you were on, and obviously now the Jay-Z we've seen has been named in court documents.
Can you tell me I was right?
About?
P. Diddy. Remember, when before the guy said it's coming, I read that lawsuit.
You were right.
It was, I always try to fairly assess lawsuits. I do a very good job of reading it. I don't just accept that allegation, because people are crazy. They do make allegations against people all the time.
I think you're going to be proven completely right.
Yeah,
obviously,
it was insane.
Obviously, he's not convicted, but the scale of the charges and the number of people coming out with very similar stories. Well, and interestingly, male and female, right? It seems to be almost a split.
Right.
Like he was basically, out there. It just seems to me, on the face of it, allegedly, but abusing almost everyone.
That's correct.
Right. I mean, very weird,
scary.
chilling behaviour.
And everyone in Hollywood knew, and that's a piece of this that we still haven't gotten to.
What's going to happen to all of them, do you think? They're all going to get swept up in this?
I think so. I think they are going to get swept up in it. I don't see how they can't. This is pretty clear cut. If you can use your platform to talk about every meaningless social issue and I'm with her and #MeToo, this is a pretty important one when you have this many victims lining up.
I mean, you once said Jay-Z's like God to me. How do you feel about him now?
Did I say this?
You did.
What?
Yeah, Jay-Z was God to me, you said.
Oh, was God, past tense, growing up. I was like, what are we talking about?
No.
Yeah,
when you were growing up, his music.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I loved Jay-Z because in his lyrics...
And to be clear, he's been emphatic in all his denials. Let's be clear.
Wait, I also want to be clear, on the Jay-Z recent stuff, I don't believe it. Right. I looked into that case and I actually don't believe it.
A lot of holes in it.
Yeah, that one doesn't pass the sniff test for me. But in terms of his relationship with Diddy, I would expect him to make some sort of a statement because, like I said, he is overtly political. So I just want people to keep the same energy. If you normally don't comment on matters, that's totally fine. But if you've been lecturing us for years about every other social ill, now would be a great time to use your platform for that same energy. If you were saying, women are suffering, I'm with Kamala, well, we've got some women that are suffering and have a lot of proof and evidence to that point. But it's interesting. It's like I said, and we can kind of steamroll this into that larger discussion about what's happening in Hollywood. We are realizing that they are just false idols, that these parties were taking place, the amount of drugs, having these Airbnb owners talk about, the cocaine they allegedly found the next day, these just debauchery parties, these openly sex fields. And so I think it's very good. Like I said, I think nature is healing. People are starting to see these people for what they are. A lot of people in Hollywood are perverts, they're drug addicts, they're idiots, and they believe in their own magic. They think that they are God.